When we show up to work each and every day, we have to ask ourselves, are we going to leave destruction in our wake? Or are we going to build foundation? A foundation where our team can build a tower of success. Foundation where our team can grow upon. How many of you are a creature of habit? You wake up, you might have the same routine, right? You go to bed, you have the same routine. Maybe you put your kids to bed, the way you eat dinner, what time you eat dinner, what you do on the weekends, what your routine is. We have routines that make us feel comfortable. But being comfortable doesn't always reach us to success. Because just because we've always done it this way doesn't mean it's going to find success for us in the future. We got to think the sprinter mentality. I'm running a 100-meter sprint. And even if I'm the fastest sprinter in the world and I continue to hit that 100-meter sprint and I'm successful in that, if I go out to a marathon with that same training and that same mentality as that 100-meter sprint, I'm going to fail. I am not going to be able to complete that marathon in the same success that I was able to do that sprint. So I have to get out of that habit. I have to be flexible. Your impact every day here, what you do for others, what you leave behind on a day-to-day basis for your team will be your purpose for coming to work, will be your purpose in life. Your impact here, what you do, will create your legacy. How you inspire people, how you teach people, how you develop them. What you've done for others will create your legacy. And at the end of the day, we all should want a legacy of greatness, because greatness is not reserved for the rich. Greatness is not reserved for the famous. Greatness is reserved for those willing to seek greatness, for those willing to be great, and for those willing to make the sacrifices to achieve greatness. We're climbing up that dark mountain, right? We created our own path. We're getting up to that top. We're so excited because there was no signs, there was no direction, there was no clear path. But ultimately, we still made it to the top. Right? Just like life, we made it to the top. Service might be going great, financials are great, our team's doing great, we feel we're on top. Then ultimately that day comes where we realize that top of the mountain is really a volcano. So we've gotten all the way to the top, we're so excited, and then we realize we're at a volcano. And at that moment, you have an option. Do I stop? Do I turn around? Do I give up? Or do I go back and climb up that next mountain? Do I go back and strengthen myself to get above that next mountain? Because like I said earlier, success is not a destination, it is your journey. So if you look at success like that, if you look at it as the journey, you recognize that even though that became a volcano, that entire hike up that mountain has strengthened you, it has prepared you, it has gained experience for you to be successful. So the next time you go back down and you climb that next mountain, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be tougher, you're going to be better. You don't believe me? I'm going to tell you a quick story. This story is of a supermarket store. The supermarket store hired this individual, and she was tasked with going from supermarket to supermarket at all employee meetings and go around and telling them that you can make a difference. She went to each supermarket telling every single team member, you can make a difference. All you have to do is put your personal touch on it. So you can impact guests, impact your team. All you have to do is put your personal touch on it. Well, a few weeks later, that individual who went around giving these speeches received a phone call. And on the other end of that line was someone by the name of Johnny. Johnny introduces himself as a 19-year-old bagger who has Down syndrome. See, Johnny sat in one of those speeches, and all Johnny heard was he can make a difference. But he asked himself, how? How could I make a difference? At the end of the day, I'm just a bagger. I'm not the store manager. I'm not the director. I'm not a department manager. I'm just a bagger. But see, Johnny didn't give up. See, each and every day, we should attempt to fail, reach our limits, and when we hit those limits, attack them. And if we can't succeed, if we go to that weight and we can't pick that up, we need to turn around, go back, strengthen ourselves, educate ourselves, prepare so the next time we face that obstacle, the next time we face that weight, we know we are prepared to pick it up. And this day, we're not going to fail. But we know when we go to that next obstacle, the same thing is going to happen. See, our failures should become our benchmarks. Our failures should become the limitations that we have, and our goal should be to set those failures, set those benchmarks, set those limitations, only to go back and strengthen ourselves so that next time we come back to them, we know. today is going to be a successful day. Johnny, each and every day, would go home and his dad would help him think of a thought of a day. If he couldn't find something, he'd make one up. He would take that thought of the day, they would type it out, they'd print it and cut it up, and bring him to work. And each day, Johnny's bagging groceries, doing his job. He puts the thought of the day in the bag, says, "Have a great day, thank you for shopping with us." Well, about a month later, store manager walks into the store. All of a sudden sees lines all the way down this aisle, single line, goes all the way down the frozen food aisle, 3 times longer than any other line. Store manager freaks out, right? As I would, as any manager of a front office. All of a sudden we have guests trying to check in, it's this long line. I need more cashiers, I need more cashiers. I would say I need more front desk agents. What is going on? We need more people. So more cashiers come out, but that line didn't get any shorter. So the store manager is now really confused. Store manager goes back to the line. Says, "Ma'am, please come over here. This line's empty. We'll go ahead and check you out." She says, "No, I want to be in this line. I want to be in Johnny's line." She proceeded to say that I used to visit the store only when I needed something, maybe once a week, once every other week. But now, every time I drive by the store, I stop here to get Johnny's thought of the day. See, what was so magical is not what just Johnny did to impact others, but impact his team. The floral department started to take the broken flowers and make corsage for elderly women and little girls. Every department started to think of a way that they could make a difference, that they could impact others. As leaders, we pave the golden path for others to walk on. We don't walk that path. We create that success, right? We create that opportunity for people to succeed. But when that award is won, right? When that recognition, it's time for that recognition, we give to others. We do not become credit-driven, we become result-driven. True leaders are inspired by the results that they drive, not about receiving that credit. Because as a leader, in this structure, in this hierarchy chart, as a leader, your success is not your ability to be better than others, but your ability to make others better. See, Johnny became a leader. People wanted to follow him. Why? Because he inspired others. He inspired others to make a difference. He inspired others to do something better. Leadership is developing your team to be in the spotlight while you stay in the shadows. That's truly what leadership is. That no matter what you face in life, you don't have to give up. I'm telling you, never give up.